order at 30. Roll call. We are still without a fifth member, but we hope to take care of that tonight. Item number 2, public comment. Item number 3, consent items. Review and approve and sign minutes from the April 15th, 2026 regular council meeting. I move for the motion.
I'll make, oh, you good?
No, I was.
He was here.
I'll make a
Oh,
motion.
okay.
In a second.
I'll second that.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
I'll abstain, I wasn't here.
Review, approve, and sign the 2026 treasurer warrant 15V through 18V. I would entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve said warrants. Sorry.
Oh,
We have a motion and a second. Any questions? All those in favor? Oh, the warrant for it.
Yeah, that's my copy.
All right, under new business, the first item is to appoint a counselor to fill the vacant position for the remainder of the 2026 term.
So as you're all aware, James Reisner relocated and resigned his position effective the 17th. Our charter allows for you as council to appoint somebody to finish the remainder of the year term. So just looking for a motion for who you guys would like to appoint to fill the vacancy for the remainder of the 2026 term.
I would entertain a motion.
Based on the people that reached out, I would make a motion to nominate Sharon Everett based on her extensive background in this town.
In a second.
I'll second that.
Any other discussion? All those in favor? Can you reach out to Sharon for a...
Yes, she had cataract surgery previously scheduled for today, so that's why she went here tonight, but I'll give her a call in the morning.
Thank you so much. Item number 2, under new business, review and authorize declaration of vehicles as surplus and proceed with auction.
So as you guys are aware, most of you are aware, when we've reached out for sealed bids in the past, it's a pretty expensive endeavor, and usually you don't get very many bids. We did have good luck the last time we sent stuff to Greg Auctions, and basically we don't even have to transport. I send pictures, he uploads them to his website. When it sells through him, he collects the money, he cuts up a check, and people come and get the stuff and it's gone. Right now, we have the 2015 Ford Explorer Police Cruiser, which has been out of service for well over the past year and a half. We did have it looked at, towards the end of this past fall, I had it looked at. It's like $3,000 to $4,000 alone in repairs that can pass inspection, way beyond its useful life. So I was looking to get approval to, basically transition that to surplus and, for lack of a better term, dispose of it through Greg Auctions.
I would entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion to that effect.
Second.
Second.
further discussion on the Ford Explorer? All those in favor? And the second item is a bus.
Second item is a bus that was transferred to the town by the school. When it was transferred to us last year, it had already sustained it or surpassed its useful life. It does need extensive repairs to pass inspection, and now that we have the 15-passenger van, it's really not needed. The only times that we usually have a need for more than 14 people in the vehicle is during school vacations, and the circus used to be a really big one. Over April break, the average number was 5, at most having 8 kids attend anything. At the circus, it was 7 to 9, I don't remember exactly, that she had, so the van was sufficient for any of the high travel times. Plus, the school's been more than willing to work with us, and when it's during vacation, if we did have an event and the school's not in session, they are willing to work with us on lending us a bus if we need it, because we have more than 15 kids. So basically looking for a motion to do the same with a 2011 school bus. I would recommend, since the school gifted it to us, that any proceeds get sent back to the school, but it's up to you guys what you want to do.
I'd be on board with that, also because we're looking for them to help us in the future.
Yeah.
And,
A motion?
I'd make that motion to,
There you go. So send the bus to auction with the money going back to the school. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
All right.
Old business. Review and approve Maine Revenue Services Certified Ratio Declaration.
So Josh was here last time, he reviewed everything with us. He wasn't able to be here tonight, but he did send a memo. So his recommendation, I'll read his memo verbatim. Maine Revenue Service has advised that they will recognize our prior 10% market-based adjustment from last year in determining the certified ratio. However, the market activity has continued to trend upward, and in order to bring the town into compliance, we're at near 100% of just value, an additional market-based adjustment in the range of 10 to 15% will be necessary for the current year. This adjustment is revenue neutral and serves as an administrative step to align assessed values with the market, ensuring the town remains within state compliance standards while preserving full eligibility for valuation-based programs and reimbursements. Our recommendation is for the town to move forward with this adjustment.
I would entertain a motion.
I would just add that I was at a meeting, last week, like a housing summit, with at least 10 other town managers, and we were all sitting down at a table afterwards, and it's happening everywhere across the county. Like, valuations and sales prices are just going up so high, and tax base hasn't been keeping up with it, so it's not just us, there's other people that are facing what we faced last year for the first time, so.
And it would cost us more to get the whole thing reevaluated.
Correct, and we're not in the situation that we have to do that at this point in time, because you guys did one in 2021.
Yep.
So doing this keeps us trending with the market.
well, this helps the taxpayers with their home city business as well.
Yeah.
Correct, if we don't certify at the full range, they stand a chance to lose a percentage of their homestead exemption. So like last year, I think it was gonna be, it's up to 25, it was up to 25,000, and I think it stood to go to like 20, between 18 and 20,000 if we didn't make the full adjustment. I don't remember the exact numbers, but we did make the full adjustment, so everybody got their full 25,000 exemption.
Is it better for us to go with the 15% this year rather than a little bit at a time? Because ultimately, won't we be able to hopefully bring the mill rate down a little bit if the valuations are higher?
Based on the yeah, I mean theoretically, that's how it should
That's what's
come in.
supposed to happen,
Yeah.
right?
Based on the adjustments that we made to the budget though, for this year, there was a slight increase, but it should be pretty much evened out according to Josh, based on making that 10 to 15% adjustment.
How many years had it been since the last evaluation?
2021.
Okay, but before that,
I don't know what it was before that, but I know that the Department of Maine Revenue Service called and said, hey, you have to do this.
Yeah.
Like, because it hadn't been done in so long.
I wonder how many years we should wait before we do it again, just.
That, I can look into that,
Yeah.
definitely.
But it's not cheap.
No,
But
I
it's
think
a
it's
lot.
Oh,
like-
I'm sure it's not, nothing's cheap anymore, that's for sure.
Right $30,000, we think, roughly. Engineers.
It's probably one time in town.
So I would throw a motion out there to, excuse me, I lost it. I'd make a motion to, accept Josh Bear's proposal.
For the 10 or the 15,
I think 15 would get us to where we should be.
second,
Second.
here we go, motion and second. Further discussion or questions? All those in favor? Managers report.
So, we do not yet have April financials because we are a little bit earlier in our meeting, so I'll have those for you next time. Update on the CRP grant, the installation project is just about complete. Everything in the main part of the firehouse is done, they just got the fire tower part left to do. So that got done a little faster than we thought. We purchased the van, talked about that a little bit. Macy's Maiden Voyage was 9 kids to the circus, and it's traditionally one of the larger attended events, but we have 20 to go. She also has reached out to the senior citizens group, so they're anxiously awaiting their first trip on May 20th, so we're going to be doing a trip to the Rusty Crab. I did have an update on training. So Tammy Conyer's away tonight. She's attending the Maine Municipal Tax Collector and Treasurers Association annual conference tomorrow. From that, there's going to be a seminar, I guess, for the new no tax on overtime law, as well as the Maine paid family leave. So she should be coming back with a lot of good information there. I'm going to be out next week on Thursday, driving down Wednesday night, I think the class is on Thursday, for the MMA's personnel policies workshop, where I can meet with the different attorneys and say, okay, this is what we're looking at for a new personnel policy, get their okay on everything. So hopefully we can get it rolled out to you guys June, July, to get it approved and move forward with that. Also, I applied for the Ed McDonald Safety Scholarship from MMA. They award up to $3,000 annually for training for people. We did get the award, so we were going to use it to do the verbal judo course. Jim Reisner talked highly of it. It basically teaches like diffusing situations and calming people down, but staying professional. So myself, Macy, the rec director, Mike as chief of police, and Jeff as public works director are all going to go down and attend that, but we'll get 100% reimbursed from MMA for travel, the course registration fees, and hotel. And then so the Gateway Communities and Friends request about the banners. Consulted with MMA Legal, they did not recommend we provide a liability waiver because we didn't own the poles and we weren't affiliated with the project. From there, I got a request from Versant, and Melissa had reached out. Versant got to me before Melissa did, but
I tried.
Yeah.
I tried really hard. It was difficult to word.
So they reached out and, let me see where there's been a lot of back and forth today with Versant on this whole issue. Basically, because of a statute that was passed in 1987 and updated in 2011, considering trespass on a utility pole if you don't get permission to put something on a pole from Versant. So when somebody reaches out to Versant to put something on a pole, Versant's policy is, we're going to put this back on the town. And the town has to sign off on a contract if they wish to do it. By doing so, the town is accepting 100% liability for anything and everything to do with whatever gets put on the pole. Anybody gets hurt putting it up, anybody gets hurt by something falling down, any maintenance to any of it, like you are solely responsible for everything. Because of this inquiry, they then reached back out to me and said, we were alerted that you have illegal items attached to your pole. To which I responded, I'm not familiar with any illegal items. These things have been here for decades. But apparently they need us to now move forward and sign a contract and renew it every 12 months for the flags that currently go up and the Christmas lights, if we do wish to proceed with that. So I do plan to reach out to Mapleton, Washburn, because I know that they have similar things to kind of see what they do in their place. The last response I got from Brittany at Versant was basically saying, any attachments not licensed are now considered illegal, and Versant Power has the right to remove them. However, we're trying to work with the town to get all proper licensing ASAP to avoid that. One of the main reasons for the requirements is that attachments to utility poles can pose severe risks of injury or death to the attachers, utility workers, or the public. There's a great deal of safety concern and liability. We ask that you submit the application package within the next few weeks for the existing flags and mounts if the town plans on keeping. So, my game plan was to reach out to those other towns, see what they do. It's because of the legislation, but the legislation hasn't changed since 2011, so basically I think it's done like a don't ask, don't tell. Like, they, you know, nobody says anything about it, they're not reaching out. So there may be other towns that haven't ran into it yet. But I will, let you guys know what I find out from those towns and let you make your decision from there.
And is this something that we can wait until next month before we make a decision on?
I'll reach out to all of you guys individually tomorrow and let you know what I hear back from those other towns, assuming I can get answers from them.
Okay.
And then we can move forward. I guess we're kind of looking at two different questions. If, A, are we gonna sign this agreement on what we have for the things that we've been doing for the last 30 years? And then B, are you looking to assume the liability of this new project that's now being proposed? So I feel like the new project that's being proposed, you guys were looking at putting those up before Memorial Day or by Memorial Day, so that would need to be a decision before our next meeting, if that's something you look to do. The other two things, I guess those flags usually go up for them too, but I feel like where they're like, they've been there for the last 3 decades, it's a little bit of a different process.
So basically, it's gonna involve 2 different licenses, one for what we already have.
So there will
and
be there will be one for the flags that go up now, that we've always put up, one for the Christmas lights, and then if you choose to take on this new project, one for that.
So it's pretty much every attachment.
Yes.
Other questions, thoughts, or concerns?
Oh, many, but we'll address them when we get all the information.
Will we know more? Yes, sometimes it's no point talking about what we don't know. When you talk to Washburn,
Yep.
I would be interested in knowing how they're covering the liability of the Boy Scouts putting up the flags, because that is who puts up the flags in Washburn.
Okay.
I only know that from Facebook, but different families and boys are putting up those flags, so how is Washburn covering their liability?
I'm wondering, because Boy Scouts has their own insurance.
And maybe that
So I'm
would
wondering
take care of
if
it, like the Lions do.
Yeah.
So with the flags, I would probably guess it's similar to what happens here. The holder's already on the pole, so it's just a matter of
So
sticking
it's just
a
a matter
flag
of
there.
sticking a flag, yeah, they're just sticking a flag in the
Nobody's
pole,
up
they're
in a
not.
bucket or anything, or a piece of equipment.
Right.
Well, they have to put a ladder.
I think I've seen, like Jim Lavlick before, and Randy over the years have stood in the back of a pickup and set them
Do
up
that,
there.
yeah.
I know, I asked Randy one year, because my son's in Boy Scouts, I asked like, hey, you should have some help doing this, look at these Boy Scouts out here to help you, and he was like, this is part of my duty, I'm doing it. So, that's something else you gotta kind of look at. Unfortunately.
Anything else? All right, that,
Yeah, I think that is all I have. Did have a thank you note from National Caregivers Association, for the $5,000. And, one more good thing, we finally finished our shade thing. The fire department tested their hoses on Saturday, and they tested that big 5-inch hose. They did find one hose that had a hole in it and is getting replaced. But coincidentally enough, on Sunday, that very next day, they had a fire, and they had to use that 5-inch hose. So, well worked out. But now, all departments are done, and that shape thing is cool. Yeah. Now I'm done.
all right, council items, Tom?
I think we may have discussed this in the past, dog ordinances in the town.
We do have animal control, don't we?
Police is considered animal control.
It was only because, last month or so, there was a mistake mysterious dog that was just running around pretty loose and didn't know if it belonged to anyone. It looked pretty rough. And the farm behind me there got one of the horses out of the pen there and took some bites out of the horse. And then, but then there's also the barking. I mean, there's, I don't know.
Nobody knew where it came from.
Oh, I know where the barking's coming from. I know where that's coming from. It's just there's
Oh,
little cats.
different situation from the dog that.
But yeah, that's and I thought it might have been one of the dogs from that place, but I don't believe it is. And I was just curious, because I think in the past we kind of discussed about what we have for ordinance, dog ordinance, and never really heard.
Can you find out
Yes,
for
I
us
can.
before our next meeting?
Barking ordinance, and I would say
And
that,
dogs, and
for any complaints, I would say that reach out to the police department as the animal control,
Mm-hmm.
so that way it's recorded and it's there.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I'll look into the ordinance and get a copy of that out to you.
That's
I
all.
believe that when planning board was switching hands and there was new people coming on, new people going on, I almost recall somebody saying something about a barking dog ordinance, but planning board has a meeting tonight too, so I think they have the book of ordinances, so have it for handy.
Is it one dog or?
One barking?
Yeah.
Oh, no, there's a pile of dogs.
Multiple?
Well, you must hear it. You're just down the road.
I don't hear anything.
Well, the wind blows to your face, so yeah, you wouldn't get that, but, I mean, I don't, it doesn't bother me, I mean, if people wanna have a bunch of dogs, but it but the one dog that was running around loose there was, the one that was pretty, you know, got our attention there, and then it ended up taking on one of the livestock they have over there, and I tried to help him with the horse. I got loose and almost got run over by the thing because I didn't know it was pretty wild, I guess. But that's
Well, I do know there was an incident this month, it was on Facebook, that the police did end up rehoming a dog. They were able to help one find, so that, anyway, so that, sometimes if you hear of it, reach out and see if we can.
because I mean, like for a person that has a farm, if they have an animal that's destroying or getting into their livestock, I mean, do they have a right to destroy that dog on premises?
I would call the police first and see, yes, they probably do, but I would call the police
That would-
first and see if you could do it peacefully.
That would go to like state level
Yeah.
law
Mhm.
versus, that
Yeah.
would be anything the town could
No.
settle law on.
Well, no, the town can settle it, but, I mean, yeah, if there's a foreign dog on your property destroying things or hurting,
Mhm.
they, as the homeowner or the landlord, you have every right to defend your animals.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't, go out and destroy it, but it's just, you take other people that might have a different
Right.
thought,
Maybe those.
Yeah,
but that's all I have.
thank you, Tom. Kevin?
Nothing from me.
I don't know.
And I would just say in public meeting that I did give my fellow counselors a copy of a form that I got from our auditor, and that we're gonna send it to the other counselors who were on the town council for 2024. So just in public that was given out. And other than that, I thought the van looks great.
Oh,
The
yeah.
stickers on
I
it.
thought so too.
Did just get lettered up today.
It looks nice. We drove by with the driver's ed van. It's sharp looking. So that makes you feel good when you see it.
Yes, it was. And I did see Macy trying to get a 5-foot-tall inflatable alien in there when she was leaving the certificate. One of the kids had to have it, but I told him you could buy a smaller one, but nope, a big one.
Well, it's nice to see that, we actually had some money to purchase
Yeah, it was
something that was more reasonable.
We're planning ahead, so
Wow.
that makes a difference. We're not reactive, we're proactive.
Yeah.
Anything else? That's it. Adjourn.
I
Motion?
have entertained a motion to adjourn.
Second?
I'll second that.
Tom, all those in favor? 25 minutes. Right. The camera, if you don't mind.
Oh, yes.